Hey guys, Stephanie here. Welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, guys, I'm going to show you all how I customize, install, and style my lace frontal wig. This is going to be a full in-depth tutorial, so without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Okay guys, so the hair that I'll be working with today is by EvaWigs, and it came in this cute and sturdy box, and along with the packaging they also provided me with a wide tooth comb, a user manual on how to maintain the wig, a wig cap, and a elastic band so I could sew down to the back of the hair. Moving on to the hair, I chose the style Courtney in the length 22 inches with a 360 frontal. So I wanted to go with a hair that had a wavy texture, and this wig actually provides a deep wave texture, which is a little bit tighter than your typical loose wave, and this was the perfect style I was looking for. So as I put this wig on the mannequin head, just a quick side note guys, please make sure that you use enough T-pins to secure your wig onto the mannequin head, because trust me, you do not want to tear your lace. It's happened to me before, which is why I'm telling you this. So just make sure you use enough T-pins, like I said, so that your wig's not sliding all over the place as you customize it. Alright, so moving on, the wig also came with a pre-plucked hairline, which was a great bonus, and they actually plucked it out pretty well. So I'm not gonna pluck it out any further, but I want to create a little bit of baby hair. So I'm just gonna take out some pieces in the front to create a little bit of baby hairs. And to do so, I'm just using this razor comb that I picked up at my local beauty supply store to trim down the baby hairs. So I've learned in the past to not overdo it on the hairline. You don't have to overpluck, you don't have to do the most with the baby hairs. Just keep it at a minimal amount, which is exactly what I'm doing. So if I feel the need to touch up on the baby hairs or the hairline, I'll just go back in later and touch up those areas. But for now, it's looking pretty good. So although the hairline came pre-plucked, I don't believe the knots were bleached. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bleach the knots. To do so, of course, I'm going to take my BW2 powder, my 30 developer, and to tone down the brassiness, I'm also going to use my color corrector drops by Ardell, and I'm only going to put in about 9 to 10 drops. So as I'm mixing everything together, of course, I'm making sure to get that thick paste-like consistency, because you do not want it too watery or else it will seep through the lace. And also make sure that you don't press down too hard as you're applying your bleach to the lace. After I'm done, I'm just gonna put a plastic bag over it and let it sit for about 30 minutes. And once my 30 minutes are up, now it's time to rinse this baby off immediately. And after you're done rinsing out the bleach, you always want to make sure to follow up with a neutralizing shampoo to deactivate it, or else the bleach will continue processing in the lace and you do not want that. So just make sure that you thoroughly shampoo the lace, and after that I'm going to follow up with my Shimmer Lights toning shampoo so I could further tone down the lace to avoid getting that brassy after effect. Alright guys, so the knots are officially completed and the results turned out pretty good. So moving on, I'm going to take my elastic band next, and before I cut the band, I'm going to take my measurements from ear to ear. I'm at about 13 inches, and from there I take away 7 inches, and that's the result that I use to cut my elastic band. It gives me the perfect fit. So the band, it's not too loose, it's not too tight, it's perfect. This is an important step that I would highly recommend that you do in order to further secure the wig and lay down the frontal. So as y'all can see, I braided all of my hair back into cornrows, and before I proceed, I'm just gonna take some makeup remover wipes and remove any makeup that I have on my forehead. You wanna make sure that that designated area is free of any makeup or oils, and you also wanna make sure that your edges are completely out of the way because we do not wanna sacrifice our edges during this process. So to install my wig today, I'm gonna be using the famous ball cap method, and I like to take that stocking cap and bring it all the way down to my eyelids because sometimes it tends to slide back. And to secure the cap in place, I'm gonna take my Got To Be Glued Freeze Blast spray and spray it all over the upper forehead area. I personally like to use the spray as opposed to the gel because sometimes the gel, it gets a little messy and it gets a bit tacky and it doesn't dry clear at times, so I find that the spray is much easier. So I'm making sure to spray down that area thoroughly, and as I go, I like to take my fingers to push the product in to make sure that it seeps through the wig cap and adhere into my skin. And of course, I'm gonna follow up with the blow dryer, and it's on the cool setting. And once the product is nice and dry, I'm finally gonna cut the wig cap. And this part is pretty much self-explanatory. I'm just following my natural hairline. Alright, so it's finally time to go ahead and put this baby on. And before I go ahead and cut that lace, I'm just placing the front of the wig to my natural hairline so I could get an exact pinpoint on where to cut the lace. For this part, I honestly don't have any fancy techniques when it comes to cutting the lace. I just honestly follow my natural hairline to the best of my ability. Moving on, this next step has been super helpful for me. I'm gonna take a white eyeliner pencil and create a guideline so I could know exactly where I want to glue the wig. This is an extra step I would highly recommend that you take, especially for my beginners, because trust me, this is gonna make your life a hell of a lot easier. And once I have that guideline, I'm finally gonna take my Ghost Bond glue, and using a popsicle stick, I'm only going to apply a light layer to the first half of my hairline. I personally like to glue the wig down in sections as opposed to doing it all in one shot because it allows me to be a little bit more precise and I'm able to take my time with it. So I'm only going to apply one layer of this glue and follow up with my blow dryer, still on the cool setting. I'm just gonna dry it for about a minute or two until it gets tacky. And for my second layer, I'm taking my Freeze Blast spray again, and I'm just going to apply a little bit over the glue and cool it down with the blow dryer for about 30 to 40 seconds. Alright, so once that area is ready, I'm going to pull the wig forward and gently press the lace down into the glue. So as I press the wig down, I try not to mess with it too much. I just like to take my rat tail comb and slowly press, and that's pretty much it. So this is pretty much how the first section looks, and I'm just going to repeat those same steps on the other side, and I'm going to stop talking now and just let you guys watch. Alright, so we got the wig down, and obviously you guys can still see the white eyeliner, but before I mess around with the hairline, I just want to give the lace a chance to melt down into my skin. So I'm just going to take my headscarf and just wrap it around the hairline and let it sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. So I had the headscarf on for about 35 minutes, and I'm finally going to take it down, and I'm making sure to slowly remove the headscarf because sometimes the glue tends to stick to the scarf, so you want to make sure to be very careful during this step. And to finally get rid of that white eyeliner, I'm just going to take an alcohol pad and gently remove the white lines. This really shouldn't take much of an effort to remove the white lines. Just gently swipe that pad over and it should come right off. I personally love the look of baby hairs, so to further customize my hairline, I'm just combing out a little bit of the hairs up front, and I'm first gonna start off with my mousse to create my baby hairs. I'm not gonna lie guys, this part kind of takes me some time to do because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my baby hairs. So this roughly takes me about 15 to 20 minutes or so to do, which is why I like to go over my baby hairs with the mousse first, because it kind of acts as a template as I continue to mess around with the baby hairs. So as you guys can see, I'm just playing around with it until I get the baby hairs exactly how I want it and on fleek. And I almost forgot to mention, I'm using my baby hair brush that I picked up from my local beauty supply store. And this is definitely a staple item for me because I use this all the time to have my baby hairs on fleek. So I'm going to leave all the information down below in the description area. And once I have the baby hairs exactly how I want them, I'm going to follow up with my Got2b glue to secure the baby hairs in place. So after spending damn near 20 minutes on my baby hairs, this is how it came out. I think it looks super natural, super cute without doing the most. Moving on, we are finally down to the last step, and I'm going to be using my Irresistible Me 8-in-1 Complete Curler to style my wig today. So in the box, it comes with this cute pouch that stores 8 tourmaline barrel attachments so that you can get that perfect curl. And it also comes with this thermal glove, which is very convenient so that you don't burn your fingers while styling your hair. So I'm going to leave the link down below, including a discount code, guys. Irresistible Me was so gracious enough to provide a 20% discount code. So if you use the code GET20 off, you will receive 20% off your first order. So to style my hair today, I decided to go with the 25mm barrel. I wanted my curls to be in the middle. I don't want them to be too loose, and I'm also taking the hair in medium sections so that my curls are not too tight. And I've been using this 8-in-1 curler for about 2 weeks now, and I actually really like it, guys. Since you have 8 different barrel attachments to work with, it really provides you with great versatility depending on what curls you want to pull off. Whether it's loose beachy waves or tight bouncy curls, you could achieve literally any curl that your heart desires. And while I was curling my hair, I had it set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And once I'm done curling the hair, I'm gonna comb the curls out from the root to midway so I could get that extra volume. And going back in with that wand, I'm just gonna gently run it along the top so I could have the roots nice and laid. And to prevent getting any flyaways, I'm just gonna take my freezing blast spray again and just spray up top to secure the hair in place. And to finish off, I'm just gonna fix my makeup with a little bit of foundation, and we are done, guys. This is how the hair is looking like. Now, this wig, it lasted me about a good 2 weeks, which was great. And this is how it looks in the sunlight. It looks very natural. The frontal is laid, honey. Look at those edges. Yes. So I kept the hair like this throughout the entire first week, and this is how the hair looks like on week 2. All I did was wet the hair and follow up with some mousse to get it to revert back to its curly state. The curls reverted back easily. It was super cute, and I'm living for these beachy waves. And this is how the back is looking like, guys. I'm fairly short, so 22 inches will give me about tailbone length. Alright guys, so that's pretty much all for this video. I really hope that you all enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. And if you did, please don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe to my channel before you leave. Give me a big thumbs up, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.